Using strategies for subtraction is what we're going to talk about today. We talked about some addition strategies, and now we're going to do subtraction. You see that I've got 4 different ways to do here. We're going to start easy and get a little more complicated as we progress. Again, the reason for strategies is so that you can demonstrate number sense and use mental math in the little parts to help you when you've got multi-step processes. The first one is 100 square. Something you see counting by tens. You'll notice that if you move down, you count by tens, and if you move over, you count by ones. Well, when you're adding, if you wanted to do 21 plus 20, you could simply move down 2. 21 plus 4, or 21 plus 24 would be down 2 and over 4. Well, with subtraction, you're just going to do it the other way. 52 minus 26. I'm going to start at 52, and first I'm going to say minus 20, which is 32, and then minus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 26 is the answer. This isn't a strategy because I feel like you should have a hundreds chart somewhere to use, but because these patterns should be able to be in your head and you should be able to figure them out. So let's look at 27 minus 14. Start at 27 and subtract 14. Up, because there's 1, 10, and over 4. So the answer is 13. And then finally, 78 minus 16. We're going to start at 78, go up 1, and over 6. And the answer is 62. The 100 square strategy. Subtracting true values. Students very often would use regrouping to solve this, but if we say 940 minus 533 and we regroup and we don't regroup, we can use true values. 900 minus 500 is 400. 40 minus 30 is 10. And 0 minus 3 is negative 3. And so 10 minus 3 is 7. 407 is our answer, using true values to subtract. Let's try another one. 1,500 or 1,500 minus 600 is 900. 60 minus 30 is 30. And 7 minus 9 is negative 2. So you can see that 30 minus 2 is 28, plus 900 is 928. These strategies are not for you to have to learn something different, but maybe just something helpful. Let's try it with decimals. 9 minus 4 is 5. 1/10 minus 5/10 is negative 4/10. This helps me know that my answer cannot be greater than 5 because I still owe 4/10. So 4 6/10 is my answer. This is probably the one that I use the most. I'm going to draw it on a number line, but understand that this is something to help you with mental math. Subtraction is always the difference or the distance between two numbers. So I want to know how far apart 60 and 46 are. How far apart is 60 and 46? Well, I could subtract and find the difference, but what I want you to understand is that the distance between 60 and 46 is the same as the distance between 59 and 45. So if we compare 60 and 46 to 59 and 45, 59 minus 45 is an easier problem to solve. Let's look at this one. 828 minus 399. The distance between 828 and 399 is the same distance as 400 and 829. 829 minus 400 is 429. It's called compensation. You're just taking and moving your line. So because I added one here, because I moved it one this way, I moved it one this way. So let's do one with 50 minus 36. Well, if this were 49, I would move it once in this direction. So when I move this to 49, this is 35. And 49 minus 35 is 14. All right, our last method is counting up. 289 counted up to 375. When you were in elementary school and your teacher gave you the problem of 9 minus 7, she didn't want you to say 9 and count all the way down 7 fingers. She wanted you to put 7 in your head and count up to 9. So we're going to use that strategy by putting 289 in our head and count up to 375. If I start at 289, I know that if I go up 1, I'm at 290. And if I'm at 290 and I go up 10, then I'm at 300. And look how easy it is to go from 300 to 375. 75. And these are the numbers that I need to show the distance between these numbers. And so 86 is the answer to my subtraction problem. All right. 34 and 5/10 minus 19 and 8/10. If we're going to count up, then we're going to start with this number. That's the number that goes in our head, and we're going to get to the next easy number. Easy numbers are numbers with 0. If I have 8/10, I know if I add 2/10, then I can go to the next whole, which is 20. From 20, I need to get to 34.5. I may be able to do that in one jump. You may be able to do it in 3 jumps. If I add 14, I'm at 34. And if I add 0.5, I'm at 34.5. So my answer is 14.7. Again, this isn't because I'm teaching you a new way to do it. It's just a way that might suit you for mental math. 5,997 is going in my head. 6,702 is what I am trying to get to. I know if I add 3, I'm at 6,000. So I need 702 to get to my destination. So my answer is 705. Counting up is sometimes the easiest way to do it. So now it's your turn to push pause and use one of the strategies or all of the strategies to solve these 4 problems. 95 minus 39. For this one, I would probably use compensation because I knew if this could be 40, the subtraction process would be easier. So if I change this to 40, it's because I moved it once on my number line. Because I added one to this, I'll add one to this. So 96 minus 40 will help me get my answer of 56. 1,502 minus 785. We'll do this one a couple different ways. You could do compensation and add 15 to this to get to 800, which means that you would add 15 to this to get to 1,517. Maybe you want to count up. Maybe you would put 785 in your head and count 15 to get to 800. And then from 800, you would know that you would need 702. So 717 is your answer. We're moving into subtracting decimals soon, and I'm hoping that you're going to be able to use one of these strategies to help you with that as well. This one I might use subtracting true values. 3 minus 1 is 2, and 0/10 minus 7/10 means I still owe 7/10. And so because 2 minus 7/10 has to be less than 2, I'm not tempted to say that the answer to this is 2.3, when indeed it's 1.3. Finally, 14 and 5/10 minus 9 and 7/10. 14 minus 9 is 5, and 5/10 minus 7/10 is negative 2/10. Or simply, I still owe you 2/10, and 5 minus 2/10 is 4 and 8/10.